name is Christy. I'm a real estate broker from Mississippi, and there is some maintenance that is needed on this property.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, baby. How you doing? I brought a surprise to add to the open house.
The way I feel about my nose right now is it's pretty much a hot mess. It's crooked. It's got a huge deficiency on the right and hanging a little too low. I'm constantly thinking about just how it looks to others. It basically just always looks like my nose is pointing to the right. When I was in 9th grade, I will never forget, I was in a group and some girl I do not know singles me out and says, "Who's nose hoe?" I was mortified. This is all you are.
Right.
You know, this is what we see on you.
I mean, as a mother, that breaks my heart.
I definitely wasn't a hoe, but I did have a pretty large nose. That was my biggest insecurity, for sure. So when she said that, it was just like, dagger to the heart. About a year after the lovely nose hoe incident, I found myself going into surgery at age 16. And after surgery, I did realize that it was crooked. There is such a crookedness to my tip. And I feel like that is the main thing when I look at pictures, that's all I see.
That's what you see.
Yes, and there's a fear that the older I get, the worse it will get. It's been 26 years since my first surgery. Dr. Nassif and Dr. Dubrow were really the only ones that I have reached out to. Call me ambitious, but I just thought that I would just go straight to the top. I just want to hear, yes, I can make it better, and it's certainly not gonna be any worse than it is.
Mrs. Mississippi.
Yes, well, not really, but yes.
Terry Dubrow, how are
Hey,
you?
so nice to meet you.
Love the outfit. Who is this, your sister?
It is,
Aren't you
all the
sweet?
compliments.
Jackie.
Jackie,
Yeah.
Dr.
Terry
Dubrow,
Dubrow, how are you,
Dr.
Jake?
Nassif.
Pleasure to meet
So
you.
nice to meet you. Thank you.
Look at that Southern charm. So what I'd like to know is, tell us when this all started. Give us a little history behind everything.
Well, I come from a long line of beautiful women, all have a hump on their nose. This is what God had to work with, but I don't feel like it was nearly as prominent on their face because their face is just shaped differently.
Right.
So you had a bump, a hump.
Yes, exactly. Huge bump.
On a petite face.
Yes, and it was thicker too.
Was it straight?
It was. So when I was 16, we went to an ENT because I had a serious sinus infection, and he looked at me and was like, I can do something about that. And he was like, I can do something about that too. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So he wanted 2 for 1, take care of the
he
humps.
did.
Wait,
Exactly.
let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Did he bring it up or did you guys bring it up?
He brought it up.
What happened to Christy and her mother is retail medicine at its worst. She went in for a sinus infection and they got offered a 2-for-1 rhinoplasty. Unbelievable.
What happened? You said no, though. I'm fine with mine.
Yes. Well, for one thing, who's going to take care of her?
So the first thing he said when he came out of surgery, there is a piece of cartilage that is a defect.
What was it?
Okay.
Well, he referred to it as like a deformity, like a flap, and he made it very clear that it was unavoidable.
It's looked like this since that day. It's just progressively gotten
worse.
Yes.
Lift your head back, lift your head up. I mean, was it that, the
Yes,
deviated
it's
septum?
100% what this is. Yes, it was.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
When you are aggressive with the tip, and most doctors 25, 26 years ago, you remember this,
Yeah.
we're going there and just cutting away cartilage. Christy's nose does not have a deformity. Most likely the doctor took too much cartilage out, and that's what caused it to become crooked. And instead of admitting the error in his ways, he just blamed it on her nose and made excuses. The hump, though, was it better?
Yes, the hump was, it was a hump. I loved the fact that I liked my profile better, you know, so I focused on that. Then fast forward to me becoming a real estate broker, we slap our face on everything.
That's true.
Yes, you know, it's just a constant thing still in the back of my head. I hate my nose.
I can see your beautiful face on a nice bus stop.
Okay.
You actually would look good with that.
Okay.
Listen, if I was gonna be on a billboard, of course, you know, looking good, looking, you know, just like this, nice and dapper, it'd have to be on Sunset Strip as you're driving down, all the traffic, everyone's cruising, and then you see my gorgeous picture up there. Would I like that? Yeah, I think I would. Christy, what are your goals?
I hate to say, I'm a semi-vain person. So it's like, okay, do I trade a good cosmetic outcome and still not be able to breathe? I probably would. So, you know, I just would like it straight.
Yeah.
There's stuff going on with the tip. but I do not want a wider nose, if that's possible.
When patients dictate what you should do, it's scary. So am I a little bit worried about working with Christy? Absolutely. This is your wish. Don't know if it's real.
Wrong answer.
All right, put your head back for us. So there's your
There it
deviated
is.
septum.
Your whole left septum is in the airway on the left.
Yes.
When a patient states, I don't want a wider nose, and you have to do a reconstruction to make the nose straighter, I have to make it bigger. So that's a red flag, so now we have to work through this, one way or the other. So first of all, you need that work on the septum, number one thing to help straighten your nose. I'm gonna make your breathing better.
Sure.
Now, you're also crooked besides the septum, you're caved in on the middle part of your nose, especially on the right side. Now that's because some of the cartilage up there is just weak. I have to do something called spreader grafts. That will give us the best success for getting a straighter nose. It's better to have a little wider, straight nose versus a skinny, crooked nose.
Okay. What Dr. Nassif is describing scares me because the grafts that he would have to use could make my nose thicker or wider. And I know for sure that's one of the things I do not want.
This is that typical old school, overdone looking nose where this hangs. It's called over-rotated infratip. So all that has to be softened.
Is it gonna drop the tip?
We have to drop the tip directly.
Here's the long and the short of it. I do not want to trade one insecurity
For another, yeah.
for another one. If my tip was dropped or if it was piggy, I would rather not do anything.
You've voiced some concern, which puts up, my little hairs in the back of my neck. And he might say, I have a lot, but I don't. But I have to do these things so I can help your nose. What do you think she should do, Mom?
I think we need to go home and just think about what we're doing.
You do need to do your homework. I have to be able to do what I want to do because it's going to have my signature on your nose.
Yes.
But you have to feel comfortable with it.
100%. Flying all the way from Mississippi just to get a consultation and not do the surgery is scary. But in order to move forward, I just need to feel that it is going to absolutely be better and not worse. I really want to take everything that you told me, look at some before and after pictures, and if I do move forward, I 100% trust that what you do is going to be perfect.
Well, let me stop you there.
Okay.
The P word. We hate
You just
the
use
P
the P
word.
word.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, okay.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're talking about, God willing, a good improvement.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
A lot of wisdom. Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.
Pleasure meeting you.
Looking forward to seeing or hearing from you.
Okay.
guys.
Yes.
I
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it.
So don't call me crazy.
Hello. Good morning. I'm Christy checking in for Dr. Nassif.
Great. If you want to just grab a seat, and then he'll be with you shortly.
Okay, great. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. This morning I'm having surgery. My mom and I did go home and really look at pre-op and post-op pictures of things that specifically Dr. Nassif and Dr. Dubrow spoke about. Ultimately, I felt really good about moving forward, and I trust that he knows exactly what he's doing, and I'm very excited to see the outcome.
You made it.
I did.
You're
you
here.
did too, more importantly.
Rash decisions, especially when it comes to this type of surgery, is not a great thing.
Absolutely.
So from the frontal view, we want to make sure that the middle part of your nose is a lot straighter, even though it does make it just a slight little bit wider. We also want to pull down the tip of the nose. Then from the side view, remember you're going to have a little bit less nostril showing, and this whole area is going to be a lot straighter.
Love it.
I'll see you later on.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take good care of you.
I know you will. Thank you.
For Christy's surgery today, Dr. Peng will harvest rib while I open the nose. Next, I will perform a septoplasty with PDS plate and add spreader grafts to straighten and widen her nose and airway. Then we'll use a lateral curl strut graft to help pop out the indentation on her right side. Finally, we'll insert articulating rim grafts, an intermediate medial curl overlay, and add an infratip graft to straighten and lower her tip so both Christy and I are happy. That was fun. I think I was able to achieve everything we wanted to achieve, making her profile look a lot softer, making the tip more symmetric, keeping it a little bit rotated up. She actually has the Nassif infratip, which means, see how mine's a little sharp right here? She's gonna have that.
can't believe how straight it is.
Yeah, no, that's great.
All right, you can go ahead and cover it up.
Straight as can be. Christy's result looks nothing short of amazing. The longer I know Paul, the more amazing his post-operative results get. The only problem is, I don't want him to know that I think that. So please don't tell him.
By the way, I have a question for you. You are what we call an oozer. Did you happen to sip a little wine or a little alcohol a couple days before your surgery?
I did. I needed to relax. I'm sorry.
So that's why we have the instructions.
Okay.
That says don't drink for 2 weeks before surgery.
Okay. Full disclosure, I did not read every single page of everything, but it probably will not be the last time a White Claw gets me in trouble.
Now, you did not want a big change here. You wanted this thing picked up because she was hanging like this.
Oh, that's right.
The columella.
Looks good.
And I feel I just did a beautiful job.
I do too. I absolutely love it.
I got what we wanted to get with you.
I agree.
Okay?
She looks fantastic.
MISSISSIPPI.
I have not liked so many things about my nose for so long. It's kind of strange to say that it is not something I continue to be self-conscious about anymore. I was very hesitant of surgery because you never know the outcome, and it makes you nervous to think things could be worse than they were in the beginning. But I am so happy that I trusted Dr. Nassif and moved forward with the surgery. Now, when I look at my nose in the mirror, I don't see all the imperfections that I did before. I just see what I feel like should have been on my face my entire life.
Oh, I love your new sign.
Doesn't it look amazing? Before my surgery, my nose was a real fixer-upper. I had a deficit on the right, a crooked tip, and the columella hung too low. My nose was a hot mess, and I absolutely refused to get any new photos taken for my real estate business. But now, thanks to Dr. Nassif, my nose is straight, it fits my face perfectly, and it just makes me feel so excited for all the years to come that I get to live with my new nose. And there is a freedom that I feel that I can put my face on signs and billboards if I want to, in all the places that I should be advertising to move my business forward.
You do not know what doors this is going to open just because of that new freedom that you feel. I wish that Christy would have gotten these results at age 16, but I feel like that in the full spectrum of things, it has turned out perfectly.
There's an insecurity there that I've carried with me my entire life that's not there anymore, and that is just a freeing feeling.
Oh, I'm proud for you.
Dr. Nassif and Dr. Dubrow probably don't even know how much that it means to me to have the nose that I have now. They do amazing work and they do it every day, and so it's normal for them. The fact that I have a nose that I love for the first time in 30 years means more to me than they probably could ever understand.
And I'm glad I was able to go through this journey with you, Christy.
Well, I could not have done it without you, so thank you so much.
It was my pleasure.
Love you too.